Episode 20 preview here. We got SS4 Goku. So coming on board for this episode, as he does with a lot of the final battles, we have Natoshi Shida. Shida has done some of the most legendary final battles in Dragon Ball. Vegeta, the final battle with the first fight with Vegeta, Goku versus Jiren. He did, of course, the legendary Gogeta Broly fight. So man, yeah, Shida's just done some phenomenal stuff here, and he's been brought on board here, and you can just see how awesome this looks. SS4 Goku on point, ready to fly off into the distance. And the next episode's called Maximum, aka Zenkai. So yeah, this is looking really good. Just the way they're panning out the shot, you know they're gonna go all out. And I think this needs to be one of the all-time greatest fights in Dragon Ball history. We need to be throwing it right up there with the Gogeta Jiren, the Gogeta Broly fight, the Goku Jiren fight. Yeah, Jiren versus Goku and Gogeta versus Broly. Like, those are some modern day Dragon Balls that were so well animated, so amazing, that I think they stand among some of the greatest Dragon Ball fights we've ever seen, going back to some of the old stuff. And you see Goku right there, looks like he is able to become one with this power, and he is ready. And you see Gomah, like, I think, like Gomah seems to be all business. Like, Gomah got even more jack and everything, ready to fight SS4. Yeah, he's looking more and more like Jiren, a reject Jiren, right? And you see the energy explosion going off right there, just looking really fantastic, man. And flying towards Gomah, and I just think that looks really awesome right there. And SS4 Goku with his arm there, using some ki blasts, just, man, giant hand too, in fact, showing that awesome blast. Like, these are just what they're showing here. Like, I love the way this looks, the eye, the close-up of the eye, and just, that looks fantastic. The shading, all that. You know they're bringing out all the big top heavy hitters for these animations, just like they did in the final episodes of Super and stuff, and Broly. And you see SS4 Goku yelling right there, man. Yeah, I'm like I said, I thought that fight we saw in episode 18 was the best SS4 fight I think we've ever seen, compared to GT or Dragon Ball GT. And here though, I think we're about to see one of the all-time greats here. So this is looking good. Like, just look at that blast, look at the effects, the shading, man. Like, they are just definitely not disappointing when it comes to the animation here. And that's the last shot we're left with the big cool blast. So that is fantastic. As much as I did love episode 19, I wish Vegeta would have also gone SS4, and I was hoping we were going to see Goku and Vegeta at SS4 fighting Gomah to no avail, and then the cliffhanger would have been them eating the fusion bugs that were teased, and we would have gotten our tease of hopefully the potential fusion, because it's going to go one or two ways. Either Goku's going to be the hero of this thing, or Goku and Vegeta will be SS4 and will fuse together, and then we'll see them beating them, or we'll see them beat Gomah, or it's gonna be a whole gag thing where the Nahare and Kibito will fuse back together using the bugs, and the power of that will make it so that Majin Buu can absorb them, and they have to rely on the Dragon Balls, so that way they can keep the continuity going with Dragon Ball Super. There are some things that I think do have to be explained here, and being this is episode 20, this is where we start looking back on some of those episodes, like going back to basically that episode where they had the giants and stuff, where you're starting to wonder, was all time utilized? Well, there's a lot to cram into episode 20, and it's not going to be a 1 hour plus finale. It's going to be 24 minutes regular runtime. So the thing that I'm looking here going into episode 20 here that I'm wondering about is there enough time to get the story out and not make it feel rushed? So as of right now, we got to have SS4 Goku against Gomah. Potentially we got to make sure that the tease of those few of those fusion bugs are met with a fulfilling, satisfying conclusion. We have to understand, how is Goku at SS4? It does need to be explained by Neva, I think, at least, saying that even if you don't tell us exactly what he did with the form and if this is SS4, because it's called SS4 in the promotional material because that's what's going to be the most recognizable one. But I don't know if they've given it a full name in the show. But we need a good explanation for why it is that Goku can't do this form once he gets to the outside world, thus explaining why he was not able to use it during Super, and why when he fought Beerus in Battle of Gods, he said SS3 was the absolute maximum form he could do. Even if they don't explain, I think they kind of, even if they don't say it, they've pretty much explained why Vegeta for the most part doesn't want to use SS3 because of all those stamina issues and all that stuff like that. So yeah, that's something that I think definitely needs to be explained and wrapped up in everything. So I'm guessing the first half of the episode will be the big grand finale fight, and then they'll wrap things up and everything as far as where this is going to lead into Battle of Gods, and hopefully we get a big cliffhanger. That's something I would like to see in the next episode, a big cliffhanger for maybe what's to come in later episodes of Dragon Ball Super, if they ever get around to doing the moral arc, or the moral arc, or the granola arc and everything, which I really hope they get to soon, because as amazing and healthy as Masako Nozawa is at 88 years old, the fact of the matter is yeah, she's up there in age, and it would be absolutely horrific if Masako Nozawa, her time comes and then they're ready to finally bring some of Toriyama's final work from the Dragon Ball Super manga into anime form. You know, I wonder if this point, if they think it's going to be years before they do it, whether it be Toei or Shueisha, both of them, if that's what's taking it for so long to them decide on when to do the bring back Dragon Ball Super anime. I would hope that maybe, hey, you got the dialogue out there, have Masako Nozawa go ahead and basically voice all the dialogue from the manga, and you'll build the animation therefore. So therefore, let's say if they wait multiple years before they decide to get to those chapters, at least the voices are done. So if Masako does end up passing away due to old age, at least they have her voice and her lines right there, as they say, sitting right there on file and everything to use. So yeah, that's something right there, because I don't like how long they're waiting for that, with how older the Japanese voice cast is. So yeah, I definitely would like to see that. But yeah, this has got to be a grand slam. This has got to be a home run stretch, episode 20, because this is what everything has been building towards. This is what's going to make episode 20, how episode 20 structure is what's going to really make us go back and be like, okay, the pacing and everything that they did in Dragon Ball Super, it was necessary. That's why they did it, and everything and stuff like that. Or is it gonna feel rushed and we're like, okay, you could have shaved off of there and put some more time here? So yeah, but overall, it's gonna be an emotional one too as well, because regardless of the issues that Dragon Ball DAIMA's had, it's not been perfect, but for the most part, I have absolutely enjoyed it. It really does feel like Akira Toriyama's work. It's sad that Akira Toriyama was not able to see it in the end, in terms of how it looked when it was completed, since he did write the story and did the character designs and was very hands-on early on in the production. But yeah, to our knowledge, because I know Geekdom 101, he has hinted that possibly Toriyama may have written a movie, but ever since his passing, he doesn't know as far as where that's going to end up going. So as of right now, to our knowledge, this is Akira Toriyama. Episode 20 is Akira Toriyama's final Dragon Ball written work, final designs. So, you know, we're going to be going into this and just, you know, taking it all in, you know, one last ride to enjoy Akira Toriyama's work from his creative mind here. So episode 20 will be a good one, and overall I really have enjoyed Dragon Ball Super. It has been just a really big blast. So yeah, we'll see where that's going. And as stated in the chat, Dragon Fist, seeing Dragon Fist would be awesome. We might get the Genki Dama, aka Spirit Bomb, usually, but yeah, seeing the Dragon Fist, or hey, maybe they do what Budokai 3 did, where he has the Genki Dama and it absorbs into his body and turns it into the Dragon Fist. That would be sick. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where everything is gonna go for episode 20 of Dragon Ball DAIMA. All right, we're gonna head over to chat and see what else we got here. I wouldn't be surprised if Goku uses a spirit bomb to defeat Gomah, since they are borrowing stuff from GT. GT. Always got to say it the way the narrator does in the Funimation dub. Yeah, that would be cool. I that's why I'm expecting, like, we're probably gonna get a Genki Dama, a spirit bomb or something like that. We got to get that out of here because there's so much about Dragon Ball and it's such an iconic move and everything. Even though it only defeated Kid Buu. Yeah, I would imagine they would want to break that out or something and stuff, and gather ki from everyone in the demon realm and stuff like that. The friends they made along the way. You say also, I'm hoping Nawaza,